Yo guys, Aqua players, welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be showing you guys and teaching you how you can install something called Fortnite Alpha. Now this was an online test for 6.5, which was a very long time ago, back to like the 2016 date. So essentially it was a very old alpha version of Fortnite. Now like I said, I'm going to go ahead and show you how to install it, load into a few maps, and load into the old home base and front end UI. Now apart from that one guys, if you are new to the channel and you want to see more videos like this, make sure you do leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel because it shows me that you do enjoy it. And if you want to follow me on Twitter as well, feel free to do so. There will be a link in the description. Apart from that one guys, let's get straight into it. So the first thing you are going to do is go to the description, and there's going to be a link in there called Alpha Download. Now this will leave you a link to a mega, and this mega link is essentially what you need to download. Now this is 5 gigs, so depending on your Wi-Fi and etc, stuff like that, this may take a little bit to download. However, once it's done, all you need to do is extract it, and then you have it on your desktop or wherever you extracted it to. I have already got it, so I can go ahead and close this, but as you can see, I do have it here. Now once you do get it, you're going to get the game fully extracted. Now before, I do want to mention, this U project will not open, don't even try bothering, and if it does, it's going to give you errors. So the first thing you do want to do is go to binaries, Win32, and you're going to be left with a few things here. Now what I went ahead and did was made a load file, which essentially just has the thing in here and -log. This may already be in here for you, I'm not too sure if it is, but if it is, then yeah. Now I created a shortcut of it and put it on my desktop so it's easy to access, and that is about it. Honestly, this is one of the easiest things that you can do. Installing this is very easy. Now once you have got this installed, you can go ahead and click load.bat, and it's going to go ahead and load your game. So I'm going to go ahead and leave this to load. So as you guys can see, everything has loaded up correctly. Now one thing you may want to keep in mind is if your game did take a while to load, this is completely loading off the files and it's not using any decompressed packs, so it may take a little longer than normal. I recommend you putting on an SSD if you can. I have mine on a normal thing. In fact no, mine is on an SSD, so mine did load quite quick. But that is literally all you need to do to load in. Now you can go ahead and do what you'd normally do and type in any email alongside any password and click login, and this will go ahead and log you into the servers. So as you guys can see, everything is now working correctly. You've loaded into the game, and if you can't tell already, everything looks very different. Now, like I said, this is one of the first builds of Fortnite. Now, my settings are on ultra low or really low just because, I mean, the game, it runs fine, but with my recording in OBS, it really does not like recording games at high. If that's something that's this low or bad, it just really doesn't want to work. So yeah, that is basically it for going into the lobby. Now, there's not really a lot you can do on this, and I will just come forward and say it now, but it is a really cool thing to have. I'm going to show you guys how you can go into a few extra things, like some of the old maps and a few things like that, so I'm going to go ahead and do that next. So you're going to want to go ahead and close your game, and I'll meet you back on your desktop. So what you are going to want to go ahead and do is go to Fortnite game, and you want to go ahead and go into your config file. Now there's going to be one config called default engine, and inside of here you're going to have a few things up here. Now the first map we have is called Fortnite entry. Now this is obviously what takes you into the main thing. However, as you can see under here, I have something called AI testbed. You won't. Now I'm going to put it as AI testbed. Now if you want to know how you can find these, you want to go ahead and go to content, and here you can see everything here. Now you're going to want to go ahead and look for maps, and this will be every map you can use. Now, a lot of these won't work, some of them will be black. However, I'll give you a quick list of ones I'll leave in the description that you should try. And obviously this is the first one we will go over, which is AI testbed _2. So all you would do is copy it without the UMAP, go here like I said, and just paste it in at the end after maps. Obviously, so this is just a directory to it. So maps, AI testbed. So that's essentially how it works. Now, if I save this, close this, and relaunch my game, it's going to launch up slightly different now, so I'll go ahead and let this load. So as you guys can see, we've now loaded into this map. Now, I'm not too sure what this map was used for. Now, going by the name AI Testbed, I'm imagining this is what they did use to test things, or maybe just a test map, since it would make sense by the name. Now, I have saw this map before on a few Unreal Engine covers and a few things like that. Now, yeah, this is kind of just shows off the basics of what it was. I find it pretty interesting. I mean, like, even back here, all of this map's fully detailed, and it's just good to see some of the old maps and what this game was originally before it was built into what we know it today. Now, a few of these things you can go into. Now, obviously, you can't open doors, but you can go through things like there's certain windows you can go through. I'm pretty sure I've gotten here before, at least. Here, there's a doorway here. So, obviously, there is a few things you can do, but there's not an awful lot you can. So, I think it's, like I said, just a cool thing you can go around, interact with, and kind of look around. But that is basically it for this map. I'll go ahead and show you a few other ones while we're here. So, the next thing I'm going to go ahead and show is you go back to the same directory, go ahead and go to content, and then go back to maps again. Like I said, there are a few other maps. So if we go to PvP, there's one called PvP _tower. Now, this brings you to what obviously we think was the first time they ever tried PvP. So there's a few game modes in there, such as like search and destroy or capture the flag, I think it was, something like that. So I'm going to go ahead and copy the name of this one, go back to our config, go back to our default engine, and we go ahead and go here. Now, since this was in the PvP folder, we're going to put PvP after, and then go ahead and put this. Save it, and now this map will also be done. So we can go ahead and reload our game, and we can continue. Now, this will work with any of the other maps, so this is going to be the last thing I do show you in today's video. You get the gist of it and how simple it is to change, so I'm going to go ahead and let this load up, and I'll be back with you once it has. So as you guys can see, this is a really basic map, and obviously just showing off this would be the spawn for one team alongside what obviously the other team would need to capture, which I'm guessing this is why I thought it would capture the flag. Now, there are a few things in here that you can go around and look at. If you've played Save the World, there's a few ores inside of the mines. There's placeholders for ammo boxes. If I go into the caves, you can see, obviously, these are just placeholders for some of the minerals you can mine. So that makes me curious, because the ones you could mine weren't just rocks, they were like ores and stuff. So I'm not sure if there was like any other type of thing you could get. So yeah, I found that pretty interesting. Now that is basically it for what I do want to show you guys. Obviously, like I said, I'll leave a link in the description for all of the downloads. If you do need any help, I recommend you joining the Discord server. I can help you as much as I can. And apart from that one, guys, that is pretty much it for today's video. If you did enjoy, make sure you do leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.